Hi everyone, Sanjeev here. Today I have a very special guest who's a busy mom with five children and two dogs. Profession wise, she works full time with the New South Wales public sector. I see a lot of people in their late 40s or 50s who haven't yet started investing in property always ask me, is this the right time for me to get into property investing or I've already missed the boat? I believe it's never late to start something good, especially if you feel it's right for you and your family. I'm sure this episode is going to inspire a lot of people who may think it's already late for them to invest in property. So let's get into this episode. Welcome, Sam.
Hi, Sanjeev.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Now, thank you so much for taking your time and to join me for this chat. So, what we'll do is, Sam, if you don't mind, like we'll start with your background, who you are, where you come from.
Sure. I as Sanjeev said, my name is Sam. I currently work in the New South Wales public sector, and I've worked in education for the last 25 to 30 years of my life. Um, I have five children and two dogs, as Sanjeev also noted. So I'm a very, very busy person. And not only busy work wise, but also busy personally. And yeah, that's my background.
Awesome. Now, thank you, Sam. I know recently you bought a couple of properties, and you started your journey recently. So, like, what happened? Like, how did this bug of property investing, or like you wanted to do it? So, where it this all started for you?
Yeah, I think it's something that's been at the back of our minds for a while. Um, Although it's always hard to know where to start. We have family members that have recently invested in property in the last, say, 2 years or so, and have actually bought two investment properties themselves and thought, wow, if they can do it, surely we can do it too. But we still had to overcome some challenges um, together. I think my husband and I, we went through school learning that by having debt, it's a bad thing. And so we were really concerned and worried that if we took on extra debt, that it's a bad thing. And it's about, we had to really educate ourselves and talk to people and read information and understand that investing in property, it's it's different to our own mortgage, and that it's not bad debt. It's something that we now know is a positive thing, and something that will help us achieve our future goals. So, yeah, I guess by just knowing these family members that have invested in property, it just seemed like they got some really great properties and they were doing well. We thought, hey, why not give it a go? Let's try. But yes, it took us a long time just to take that initial step forward. But I'm glad that we did.
So, Sam, was it in your thought process from long time that hey, I should be investing, or you guys were simply busy building life with the job and of course five kids and two dogs? So, was it something not in the radar, or was it there already? And because of the education, it didn't become a priority.
Yes, I think so. We've just been busy. And as I said, it was always sort of there in the back of our minds that this would be something to do. And you hear of people succeeding really well in it. But I think when you go from day to day and and then it becomes month to month and year to year, you just think, oh, I'm getting older now. Maybe it's not for us. Maybe we should look at something else. But yeah, I think it's a matter of just going for it. Look, educating yourself and understanding that, why not do it now? Why wait? You just never know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. So we decided we we'd formally take it on.
Awesome. So now, Sam, like at your, age group, like I know you guys are a happy family, you good with health, everything you're doing. Um, you could have said like, okay, no problem. I live in Sydney. I've got everything. It's going on. So why like now coming as a trigger point, like you could have said, oh no, I'm happy. You guys earn well, both are working. Probably you would said, "Oh, just leave it." Kids are settling down as well. So, what was the main trigger for you to like, hey, let's do it now? What was the like? Was it any pain point or it's a good feel factor?
I guess, I mean, I'm 51 now. I'll be retiring in 14 years' time, which freaks me out just thinking about that. My husband's a little bit younger than I am, but together we're talking about our future and what that looks like and where we want to be. We don't want to be living in Sydney. We've decided we want to be living elsewhere. But apart from that, just looking at, okay, what does that look like? When should we retire? When can we look at retiring? When can perhaps we can start to, you know, scale our workload back a little bit so that life isn't as hectic in terms of work, that we're having, a lot more happy and not happy, but, being able to do a lot more flexible things together. So I guess now it was about looking at the future in our retirement and thinking, okay, if we obtain and start getting into the property market now, this will be able to help us reach those retirement goals and for us to be moving where we want to in 5 to 10 years' time.
Okay. So now, Sam, like say when you started, like okay, now looking back and started to decide, okay, now if not now, then when, and let's plan for our retirement. Everything was was it a easy move? Like now you bought the property. I know you feel good about it, but
Yeah,
was it easy move? Like because and why I'm asking is because I know a lot of people who are holding it like and they think oh, okay it's already too late, but we
yeah,
know it's never late, right? I mean
yeah,
so what was how did you manage to that mind switch, right?
yeah,
Mindset switch, like where you not have not bought it and this is not in your DNA, right? You guys
yeah,
bought a house long time back,
yeah.
and now so how did you manage to do that? Like did you read any book or something inspired, or is it was a family thing? What was that?
Yeah, I think a combination of a few things. But in the end, I think it was the experience of a family member and him obtaining those investment properties and just his experience in general really inspired us. And I suppose there's a bit of trust there as well, moving forward. Okay, I have to put it out there that I trust the decisions that we make moving forward are going to be positive ones. But definitely it was the inspiration was that family member who had obtained property and had done so well, and we thought, okay, if he can do it, surely we can do it as well, and that's what inspired us to move forward.
Okay, because then you can see there's something, some result happening in front of you, and if that family member can do it, why not me? And definitely, I know that family member. So
Yes.
okay. And once you see the result, because now like you and your partner is there. Um, so what was your partner reaction to it? Like was it he was also no, let's do it. Were you on the same page, or it was you're more keen versus the other partner, or your husband, I mean? So
Yeah. He, I wouldn't say a bit more reluctant, but definitely a little bit more reserved moving forward. However, I suppose we complement each other in the way that I'm the one that likes to obtain information and gather everything. I summarize and then feed it back to him. And he will take on that information and then ask further questions if he needs to. And that's basically what we did with this scenario. I did all the background on it. I suppose my background's education, so I'm very passionate about if you're getting involved in something, whether it's a personal or professional task, you need to be educated on it. You need to have that knowledge around it. So I was really, I really wanted to learn more. I wanted to find out more, read books, read articles, go through the modules through Investor's Dream. All of that helped bring it together and help me understand so that I could deliver it to him in a way that he got it. And then he was confident. We were both confident together then to move forward.
No, so well done. I think Sam. I think, and that's so true. I think for most of the the couples, right? We all complement each other when we are in a marriage. We have a partner. I think, and like people who are listening, I think it's very important who wants to do it, but something is holding them back. And sometimes they say, "Hey, it's my partner," but actually, you know your partner
Yeah,
better than anyone else, right?
that's
And
right.
so, like, yeah, maybe, and that's why we compliment. Like, I know my wife is totally different than me, and we compliment each other, and now that's why
Yeah,
we have a happy family, I would say, right? We try to keep it. So it's so I think, yeah, I think people who are listening, I think, yeah, it's important that you know the partner and the way it's gonna work, make it work, right? Like
yeah,
in your scenario, you absorbed all the information. I know Peter was like a neutral, like, okay, you want to do it, let's do it. But
yeah,
like slowly now he's more into it. He
that's right.
understand and listened and everything, right?
Yeah,
But like you have always passed the information, and so that he's comfortable, and of course he never has any hesitation, right? Like he just
that's
bought two
exactly right.
properties, so it's like bringing the partner on the journey. I
Yeah,
think it's so important, and you know how to make it happen, right? If you
yeah,
want to do it. So I
yeah.
think, yeah, it's not easy,
No,
but if you want to do it, and like you guys are a true example of it, Sam. I can tell, like, you just bought two properties, and of course you're looking for more, which I will be talking about.
yeah,
So yeah, I think it's no, well done.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I was just going to say, and it's not about making that. The last thing I wanted to do was to make my husband feel uncomfortable and forced into a situation. It's about presenting that information and that education to them, and how you present that, only you know how you can present that. So it's about, I would have my questions, and then I'd have already thought in my mind perhaps the questions he might ask back. And then I'd have my answers already there so that I was prepared for those conversations. And then from there, especially after buying the first one, buying the second one was a lot easier because he could see how well and easy the process was and how beneficial it was as well.
No, I agree. I mean, so what kind of objections will come, or what kind of questions, or where his risk profile sits, right?
Yes.
Either with the numbers or with the material things.
Yeah.
So I think, and yeah, I think, and at the same time, see, Sam, I know. I mean, you also being a good student, you learned. I know you read a couple of books as well, which I talk in my modules, right? So
Yeah.
you are well equipped with information, and when you're, you know, a good student, a good learner, excited, then other person can see that. I remember my early days when me and my wife started our journey. My wife was, I know, we just had a baby, so she was busy taking care of the little one, right? While I was learning and going outside and all, learning and digesting everything. But I think so she was always supportive in the sense that I'm learning, I'm putting the hard work, and I'm excited also about it.
Yeah.
Because if myself is nervous and freaking out, then guess what? The
Yeah.
other person is not going to be supportive of that. So I think you guys did the same thing, always passionate about it, learning and passing the information, and now you can see that both are on the same page, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
So yeah, I think, Sam, so how many properties now we have, tell me, and what sort of properties they are and so forth.
So we've just acquired our second property, and this is all within 3 to 4 months of each other. So we've gone from a couple that was a little bit reluctant and not sure, then thought, okay, we'll take the plunge, to buying one investment property, and then within 3 to 4 months, buying our second. The first investment property is in Perth. It is a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, double brick home. It's a lovely little property, and it's close to the beach. It's across the road from the park, near schools. It's really lovely. It's actually just had a tenant go in. Well, they'll be going in at the end of this week. And that's renting. Well, we thought it would only rent for around 480 to 500 per week, and in fact, it's now renting at 520 per week. So we were really, really happy with that outcome, and that actually gives us a little bit of a positive cash flow on that property. And the second property that we've acquired is a property up in Rockhampton, and that's on a really large block of land, about 630 square metres. It's a house that was built in 1980. However, it was fully renovated back in 2017, and it's a really lovely, neat home. And the potential for that property to rent is 520 to 550 per week. 3 bedroom, 2 bath again, and as I said, newly renovated and really lovely presented. So really happy with both of them. And we were they were both acquired off market. So I don't believe that we would have been able to acquire those properties if I was doing my own research and ringing up real estate. In fact, I know that I wouldn't have been. It wasn't. We were only able to obtain those two properties through Investors Dream. So, yeah, and really good prices for both of them as well.
Yeah. No, awesome. And so, you, of course, and you have got an owner occupied property here in Sydney, and these two investment properties. And now, Sam, a lot of people I see are freaking out with the rate of interest rate going up,
Yeah,
and sometimes they think, oh, is it the right time to buy a property, or it's like the prices may drop or something, right? So,
yeah,
what do you have to say? I mean, everyone is fearful and all those things. So,
yeah.
what do you have to say on that?
I think I know there's a lot of hype in the media in regards to interest rate rises. I really think everyone has to do their own homework and listen to people such as yourself, Sanjeev, and other experts in the sector, because my understanding of it all after doing research and talking to people is that now is the best time to invest, because while there is high interest rates, many people don't want to buy. So there's, those properties there on the market, and not a lot of people are selling. So there's a few properties there on the market. As soon as interest rates start going down, more people will want to invest, more people will want to buy, therefore sending prices up. And you want to be getting into the buying your investment properties at a good price, and not a price that's going to make it difficult for you to service the loan. So if anything, I really believe that now with the interest rates going up, it is a good time, because there's going to be less people out there buying properties. And that's what we've found in our experience as well.
And yeah, we know, I mean, the areas we are buying, they're very competitive. Prices are going up,
Yes.
pretty much every day, every week.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you're right. Like, and when the, if rate of interest will start coming down, we
Yeah.
know it's gonna just be another big boom, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. And especially, of course, do the research to find in the right area.
Yeah.
So, now, Sam, how you and Peter feeling now after buying two investment properties in a row?
Yeah. Really good, actually. In our goals at the beginning of this journey, we had buy two investment properties within 12 months. So we've well exceeded that goal. Um, I Yeah, we feel really good about it. I've got it all organised. It's easy to be able to manage. So it's been a great positive process, and I think we're very proud of what we've done. And their properties are both something that we're going to, hold on to for many years, and can't wait to see the growth that they both will have.
Yeah, yeah. Now they have good rental yield and good growth areas, Now, have you seen both of these properties yourself?
I've seen them only through Zoom. I haven't seen them face to face, although Peter and I have talked about going to Perth, and it'd be nice to go and just drive past and have a look. But the property manager for the one in Perth has been excellent, and it's like I'm there or just around the corner anyway. They keep us updated with everything, send us photos of anything and everything. So I don't feel that I need to be close by. And that's made the experience even better as well, because even though they're in another state and there's other things going on, having those people there that have really shown me that they're reliable and can give me that information when I need to has been great.
How was feeling before Sam? Like we after a long time, after buying your house in Sydney, after a long time, you have invested in in your first investment property, and then of course you bought the second. But like buying something sight unseen so far, like you live in Sydney and buying in Perth, right? How I know you have not seen anyone. You just and of course you have investors dream on your side, but how is like feeling is like overwhelming or it's you're feeling nervous internally?
Yeah, I I see why some people would feel nervous. I think, especially if you're going through people such as yourselves, investors' dream, we there is a form of trust there that relationships have been built, that you've met with those agents previously, and then the rental agents, the good ones, and you certainly have found a good one with our one in Perth, and I know up in Rockhampton that's being established at the moment. But I really believe that technology these days, it allows for us to have those Zoom walkthroughs, and it's no different, I believe, to having the property on the other side of Sydney as on the other side of Australia, because um, I can still communicate through emails, phone calls. They keep me updated all the time. And really, if the property was on the other side of Sydney, I probably wouldn't visit it anyway. So it makes no difference. I think these days, the way technology is, it just makes it easy, and it's really irrelevant where the property is located now.
And I think, yeah, that's the norm. It's becoming where we're doing business,
Yeah,
through using technology. So
that's right.
awesome. Now, what three tips you will give to other investors who are looking, to start the investment journey, or or looking to invest in current market?
Yeah, the three tips I would say to people is it's never too late. Just do it. Just go for it. Um, the second one would be just educate yourself. So, as I said earlier, I think we were all brought up with the mindset about debt, and that debt is a bad word. Go and read and understand that, there's it's not just about getting into debt, it's about that positive cash flow that's coming in, even if it's neutral, but it's about obtaining that wealth for the long term. So getting your head and getting an understanding of what all of that means is really, really important. Um, and then do your research. So, make sure that you align yourselves with people who have relationships with those people within, the sector, the real estate sector. It's really, really important. I believe investors dream that you go out there and you meet with people and you establish those relationships. So when it comes to buying the home, after you buy the home, settle the rental and everything else, that those relationships have been established, and it's just easy to go through the whole process. So, yeah, never too late. Educate yourself and make sure you do your research.
Awesome, Sam. No, I agree. I think, yeah, a lot of the time we don't take action because it's not that we don't want to take action, but we don't have enough information
Yes.
and the right information. So, and once you have, so that's where educate yourself, and yeah, I think, and then of course when you have the good relationship, then everything falls on in place automatically, right?
Yeah.
And then, no, it's like a biggest transaction, so trust is important, and those relationship. And
Yes.
yeah, I think and yeah, once you have everything, then of course act on it, or seek help like you guys have done it, right? So now, Sam, what's your plan for the next and the future investment properties?
So our next plan moving forward is we're looking at self-managed super fund, and with that buying properties through our super. So that's the next step for us. And then I would something that another goal that we've been discussing recently is, obtaining another two properties within the next 2 years. So I mean, we've already, as I said before, ticked off a goal of obtaining two properties within 12 months. We've obtained two properties within 3 to 4 months. So who knows? It could be in the next 12 months we not only achieve obtaining properties within our self-managed super fund, but we may just get another. So at this stage, what we want to do, as I said before, is really work towards that retirement goal and what that looks like. And myself and my husband really believe the more properties that we have and that we can acquire within this time frame, we will be better off when that retirement comes around. When I say better off, it will allow us and give us more options and flexibility to what we want to do.
Yeah, so true, Sam. No, I think so good plan. I think, yeah, I think it's people think, oh, because I remember like a couple of calls where people booked and they were in the early 50s or late 40s, and their main concern was, Sanjeev, I'm a late, should I do it? And it's a hard one because you know the answer. I mean, it's your call, right? You do it. I mean, we are there to help you out, but if you want, correct? But we are not there like you should do it. I mean, so it's like it's never late. And like look at now, you just got two properties, and now you're planning about another two properties, and it's so good, right? And then your self-managed fund is sitting on the side, which we are talking about now, buying your maybe a property where actually you want to move and live in there, right? Like as you wanted to move out of Sydney down the line. So I think all those, like, I know it's like we're talking about three properties we have, including the Sydney, and we're talking about another three properties, right? So, and it's all happening within what, like 3-4 months time.
That's right.
So, so yeah, a lot can happen. I think in a small span of time if you want to do it, and of course you want to learn and educate yourself, and build a team. I mean, it's a team of sports, right?
That's right. But also, too, I think if you're asking the question and if you're saying, is this the right time? I'm not sure. I think it is the right time. If you're already asking yourself the question, should I, shouldn't I? Just do it. If you have a little bit of doubt, then just do more research, educate yourself further. But once you start asking those questions, that is the time you should get up and start putting your foot forward and just do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and yeah, only action can know the kill the fear and all those doubts, right?
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, now so good to see you on the other side, Sam. I think I remember like just a couple of months back when you guys booked the call, we had a chat,
Yeah.
and now after a couple of months on the other side. So
Yeah.
now, well done. Now, any final words for investors? You're who are looking to invest.
No, just as I said before, it's never too late. And if you are looking at investing, I think going through people such as yourselves, Investors Dream, makes the experience a whole lot easier, especially if you're not sure what to do or where to go. Investors Dream certainly helped us obtain our goal already. But I really think that moving forward, property investing is going to help us achieve our long term goals. And as I said, I'm already in my 50s, and we're already achieving our goals. So it's never too late. Just start it.
Yeah, no, awesome. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining me again. And I'm sure this episode will help a lot of people watching this episode. So well done and have an awesome day.
Thank you, Sanjeev.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed and learned something new from this episode. Please don't forget to review our podcast and tune in every Tuesday 8 a.m. Sydney time to listen to all our inspirational guests and learn from their property journey. In case you're looking for help with your property investment journey or building a property portfolio, please visit our website www.investorsdream.com.au to learn more about us and our services. And feel free to book a call from our website for a friendly chat. Have an awesome life and happy property investing.